YouTube, this is my makeup basket for the week of March the 18th. A lot of things that were in my basket last week are going to be back in my basket this week. I didn't even do a makeup basket for last week, so this is all new to you. I am going to start with like the palettes I will be using. I did switch up one. Last week I used the Tarteist Pro palette. I put that one back and switched that one out for the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, which I actually did use today. This is one that sits on my vanity all the time, but I do not usually pick it up. But I am going to use this bad boy this week because it is very pretty. I have the Lorac Pro 3. Yeah, the Lorac Pro 3 eyeshadow palette. And it's like I had been thinking about this palette, but never pulled it out. So it popped in my head. I pulled it out, and I am going to be using it. I have the Urban Decay Naked Heat. Definitely used this one last week a couple of days and really liked my eyeshadow. So it is going to be staying in my basket for this week. Those are like the 3 eyeshadow palettes that I have. I have like 2 blush palettes. One is like a blush bronzer highlighter palette, and it is from IT Cosmetics, and it is the IT Confidence in Your Glow palette, and it looks like this. I feel like this one has been like a relatively recent makeup basket. And I also have the Tarte Blush Bliss palette, which I believe was the Christmas one from Sephora. I'm not sure, but it looks like this. And I used that last week and I liked it, and we'll definitely be using it again this week. Foundations, I am going to throw in, and I just did a video on this one, the Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation. I have it in the shade Tan R90, and I have it on today. I also still have in here, and this one will remain in here, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation, and I have it in the shade 410. I also have one other foundation because sometimes I don't want to be committed to a damn liquid foundation. I just don't feel like putting liquid foundation on. So I have the Bare Minerals, their original loose mineral rather foundation, and I have it in the shade Warm Dark. So I will be using this. Also used this last week. It's kind of dirty. Also used this one last week, but it's going to stay in my basket. And for a concealer, I have from Bare Minerals the Dark Bisque, which is a loose mineral concealer. And they have the cutest brush that came with it. This, which buffs it into your under eyes or wherever you put your concealer. So it's actually perfect for that concealer. I found 2 more eyeshadows, which I didn't use last week. They kind of got lost in the shuffle of the other bigger palettes. And these are 2 Bare Minerals quads, like the, what do they call them? The Ready Eyeshadow 4.0s. This one is the one in the Happy Place. And then I have the Dream Sequence, which is sort of purples. So I will try to incorporate those this week. I have for another blush, I guess sort of kind of 2 blushes, but the Bye Bye Pores blush that was in the TSV from a week or so ago, and it is in the shade Sweet Cheeks, so that's going to stay in there. And also from Fenty Beauty, it's the Killawatt highlighter, but this is to me too dark to be a highlighter. It is in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, so I'm going to be using that as a blush slash highlighter. I don't have except what is in this here palette. I didn't have a highlighter pulled out, so I am actually going to pull my drawer open here. and grab something. And what I am going to grab, let's see. I feel like I want to use one of the Becca highlighters. And I don't want opal, I don't think. What is this one? Let's use it in Champagne Pop. Oh, let's see. Put you back. Alright, so this is what I grabbed out of my drawer. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Champagne Pop. And we all know what Champagne Pops looks like. That is it. So yeah, let's add that to the bunch. Concealer I have in here. Besides the Loose Mineral one from Bare Minerals is also another Bare Minerals, and it's the Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. This is one of my use up items. What I keep finding myself using, and I will probably use this week too, to be honest with you, is from Makeup Revolution, and it is their Conceal and Define Concealer, and I have it in the shade C13, which is I think for medium dark skin tones with a neutral undertone. I'm not sure, but C13. I have a couple. Oh, my eyeshadow primer got lost in the shuffle, but I definitely brought this back. It's from Urban Decay. It's the eyeshadow primer Potion and Caffeine. It's like my favorite eyeshadow primer. I have like only 3 lip colors in here right now. So let me just show you what I have here. Oh, before I do that, for brows, I am going to be using the BH Studio Pro HD Brow Pencil. They actually have a sale going on this weekend, being that it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. I think this is $5 instead of $7.99. So I think I'm going to pick up a couple of them. I have it in the shade Brunette and absolutely love this one. Like I would purchase this one before I purchased, not my IT Cosmetics one. My IT Cosmetics one is the one I have on today. But before I why can't I find what I'm looking for? Oh, because I'm looking in the wrong. Before I repurchased my MAC one, where is it? Like, this is going to take forever. But the MAC, I can't even remember the shade of it now. Well, I can't find it. But that MAC Skinny Brow Pencil, and I can't remember. It's like a super popular shade, but for the life of me, it will not come to me right now. Whatever. But before I repurchase the one that's sort of like this one from MAC, I would repurchase this one. Actually, I'm going to repurchase like 2 or 3 of them since it's only $5. And I still think it comes out cheaper than buying one of those MAC pencils. My lip colors, I picked up actually a new liquid catsuit from Wet n Wild. It is in the shade Toffee Talk. Really pretty. When you put it on, it almost has like a lavender sort of, not lavender, well, sort of a purplish mauvey sort of grayish tone to it, but that's what it looks like. Really pretty on. I also picked up, because I was doing like some drugstore shopping for sure, I picked up from Hard Candy the Wet Ever Bold Hold lip lacquer, and it comes in these cute little tins that you can carry it in. This is what the actual product looks like. The packaging is really pretty. It has like the little drips on it, sort of made into the plastic. And of course, that is what the shade looks like. I will swatch it on my hand. And when they say bold, this is very bold. I have not used this yet, but I cannot wait to use it. So this is in the shade Entitled. So we will be entitled in using this next week. I have also that I picked up from the drugstore from Flower Beauty. This is the Petal Pout lip color, and it is in the shade Pink Dusk. And it looks like this. I did use this last week. This is a very nice neutral color for me. It gives my lips a little bit of life. And it looks like that. Of course, I use it with a chestnut lip liner from MAC. I have from Bare Minerals one of their Gen Nude lipsticks, and it's in the color IRL. And this is one of those ones that you can just sort of pop on and go, which I have done. This was also in my basket last week. And that's right there. I think, oh, I did pull out, what is this one? No, I don't want that. I did also pull out one of the Maybelline Color Sensationals. This one is not new whatsoever, but the ones in this color packaging. And this is in the shade Touchable Taupe, which looks like this. A really nice nude color. And this is it right here. It sort of has a cool undertone to it. But I think that's it. That is my makeup basket for the week. I feel like my makeup basket is pretty simple this week, which I am happy about. I can't wait to get into using these products. Thank you all so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. Come on in, join the family. Have a great week, and may your day be as flawless as your makeup. Bye.